Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hudson Middle School Stadium Field today. This is Knute Johnson reporting for the Hudson Raider Big Rivers Conference team this year. Raiders are doing well, non-conference record of 2-1-1. Big Rivers Conference of 6-1-1, overall 8-2-2, and we're ready for kickoff here. The center ref signals for the start, blows the whistle, and the Raiders will take the kickoff here, and they're off. Roll the ball back, pass it back to the center midfield there. Goes out to the left defense. Ani Lewis there, the young freshman defender, sends it up to Maddie Haynes. Maddie crosses fields, coming over to number 11, Mackenzie Drace, the junior right mid for the Hudson Raiders. She goes back to Brinkman. Brinkman swings it around to Emma Olsen, number 14, the junior defender for the Raiders. Emma Olsen tries to connect with Marley Johnston and does. Johnston loses the ball there, but regains it back. Good work by Johnston. Johnston gets it to the outside to Mackenzie Drace on the right flank again. Drace going against the Rice Lake defender here. Wins the ball, recovers, continues down the channel. Good work by Drace. Crossing the ball into the center there, but it goes right to goalkeeper. That's young sophomore goalkeeper, Madeline Aragoni. Madeline's older sister played for the Rice Lake Warriors for a number of years prior, and now a younger sister takes over. Emma Olsen battling for a ball there with Rice Lake. Emma gets the ball up the field and to the right, but it goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for the Rice Lake Warriors. Number 4 for the Warriors taking the throw-in is Cody Hovde, a junior defender for the Rice Lake team. Ball's headed into the middle. Amanda Carey playing, drills the referee in the back of the head there. He couldn't quite get out of the way. Carey sends the ball up to the top there. The goalkeeper's trying to grab it, but kind of interfered with her own defender, and that should be a corner kick for the Hudson Raiders there. Carey took a shot out of the midfield there and found the back of the referee's head. I shouldn't be laughing at that. But you gotta admit that's kind of funny. All right, not a corner kick for the Raiders. It's going to be a goal kick, so they say it went off the end line by the Hudson Raiders. So the goal kick is taken off to the right flank there. Rice Lake trying to win the ball. Hudson commits a foul there in the eyes of the referee, and he calls a free kick for the Rice Lake Warriors there. Taking the kick for the Warriors, they send it downfield, but Hudson intercepts. Look at the speed of Maddie Haynes there, number 16, the junior left forward. Haynes brings the ball into the box, carried out the end line there. Haynes wins the ball back, lofts the ball up into the air, and it's volleyed into the goal by Jordan Heltebrand. Wow, a quick goal for the Hudson Raiders there, just 2 minutes and 28 seconds into the contest. The Hudson Raiders take a 1-0 lead over the Rice Lake Warriors. Beautifully won ball by Maddie Haynes, just tenacious out there. The Hudson Raider theme for this year is relentless, and Haynes sure was on that. She lost the ball, regained it, carved her way back into the goal box area, lofted a ball, and a beautiful volley by Heltebrand there, kind of a side kick there into the net, but great combination of Haynes and Heltebrand, the two leading scorers for the Raiders, putting Hudson up 1-0. Rice Lake takes the kickoff here, down a goal. Grace Potter, number 9, the junior midfielder, is out on the left flank right now. Battling for the ball there, collision there, no call made, no foul. Taylor Brinkman has the ball for the Raiders, dribbling the ball up the field. Good control by Brinkman. Turned it over temporarily to Rice Lake, but they didn't want it. They gave it back to the Raiders. Marley Johnston sends the ball straight up the middle there, right to the goalkeeper, Madeline Aragoni, number 0, sophomore goalkeeper for the Rice Lake Warriors. She punts the ball out, battled for by both teams. The Warriors send it upfield and out to the right side. They're all a little confusion for who's going to take that ball. Brinkman thought Olsen was going to take it. Olsen thought Brinkman was going to take it. Lost a little bit of composure there, but not much of a threat yet. Drace has got the ball in the back line there. Uses the Rice. Oh, well, let's see who that went off of. They're going to say that went off of Drace. Drace used her, and the other girl used her back, and it went off Drace, and Rice Lake throwing. Rice Lake on the side of the goal box there in the penalty box area, trying to manufacture some offense, sends the ball in, and that's an easy catch for Karen Chuckle, the junior captain goalkeeper for the Hudson Raiders. Chuckle punts the ball from the top of the box there to midfield. Katie Woodley got a hand on that. Ball bounced up from the ground into her hand. They're going to give that ball to Rice Lake. That'll be number 16, Cecily Lindner, taking the free kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. Lindner is probably Rice Lake's best player, and they've got her in a center back position, trying to get some maturity and physicality back there with the big, tall kid. Cecily Lindner does a nice job for the Rice Lake Warriors. Captain for the Rice Lake Warriors. She's going to take the free kick here too. She sets it on the bottom of the arc there, heading toward the Hudson Raider goal. And it's a nice ball up to the top of the penalty box there. Good chest trap by Taylor Brinkman. Knocks it down to Marley Johnston, the young freshman, number 8. Marley's a kid who doesn't come out of the game much. Coach Knutson loves the way she plays. Look at the beautiful ball sent up to Jordan Helterbrand. Helterbrand hits the ball right into the hands of Madeline Aragoni, the goalkeeper for Rice Lake. A good run there by Marley Johnston. Good pass and good shot by Jordan Helterbrand. Ball comes back to the midfield. Mackenzie Drace sends it back to Taylor Brinkman. Taylor switches field, sends it to Ani Lewis. Ani gets it to the outside to Grace Potter. Grace can't handle the ball, and it goes out the touchline on the side there. Coach Knutson keeps telling those kids, play the ball outside in, not inside out, and that way it'll keep the ball in play. Brinkman with the ball again as the center back there. She's going to start dribbling again. Sends the ball upfield into the midfield area to Jordan Helterbrand. Helterbrand tries to flick it forward to Katie Woodley, the center forward. Woodley sends the ball back out to Helterbrand. Helterbrand's getting ready for a shot again and can't quite get the shot off. Going 2v1 there. Drace tries to send the ball in again. It's in the top of the box area. Hudson can't control the ball. Gets knocked outside. Ani Lewis sends the ball up to the left midfielder, Grace Potter, and again can't quite track that down. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for the Rice Lake Warriors there. Hudson off to a fast start again. It's been kind of a tale of two seasons with the Raiders. Some games they start slow, like a Somerset game where they were 0-0 at half and then had an outburst of 7 goals in the second half. Other games they score within a minute or two of the game, start and half, as they did with River Falls and some of the other games. So Brinkman sends the ball over to Lewis. Lewis sends it up to Johnston. Johnston gets it outside to the left forward there, gets it to Haynes. Haynes trying to do a give and go there with Potter. Potter on the outside goes off of her foot. The girl uses her, meaning kicks it into her and out of bounds so they can maintain possession of the ball with a throw-in. She did that well. Here's the Rice Lake throw-in. Ani Lewis trap set, gets it to the ground and to her feet. Potter's battling for it. Goes off the Rice Lake Warriors, and it's going to be a Hudson throw in there. You can see Coach Knutson on the sideline, and he could probably use to mix in a salad once in a while, it looks like there. I don't want to mean to be critical, but I know him well, and he'd say the same thing. Drace trying to win the ball there, goes into the midfield area. Taylor Brinkman recovers, wins that ball, starts dribbling again. Brinkman doing a nice job of penetrating with the ball in this game already. Rice Lake gets the ball on the side, and not a lot of talent with that Rice Lake team. They've only won a few games all year. And they just send the ball out of bounds. Emma Olson throws the ball in. It's at the feet of Mackenzie Drace. Rice Lake kicks that out of bounds. That's number 8 for Rice Lake. Callie McCulloch, the freshman midfielder, kicks it out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in for Emma Olson for the Hudson Raiders there, looking for a ball. Ball kids are around. Someone's got to find a ball and get it to her, and there she does. Emma Olson with the throw-in for the Raiders. Gets it to Marley Johnston. Johnston trying to control. Sends it deep back to Taylor Brinkman. Brinkman gets a bump on it, but turns it over to Rice Lake temporarily. Brinkman touches it again to Emma Olson, who sends it upfield. Rice Lake gets a body on the ball here, but Marley Johnston's going to win that. Oh, Marley Johnston gets pushed down by Cecily Lindner. No call on that push. Rice Lake tries to send it upfield to their midfield, and they do. They get a pass in a row there. Amanda Carey trying hard to win a ball. She's diving into the play there. Marley Johnston had it temporarily. Rice Lake dispossesses, and they send it to their left flank. Mistouched by the left midfielder there, and Hudson regains control. Mackenzie Drace on the right wing with that. She's going against 3 players, trying to get it up to Helterbrand on the right. Knocked out of bounds by number 4. That's Cody Hovde, the junior defender for the Rice Lake Warriors, that knocked that ball out of bounds. And Emma Olson with the throw. Olson gets the throw to Drace, can't control. Rice Lake gets a foot on it, trying to clear, but Emma Olson runs onto the ball. They called a foul on Hudson there from tackling from the back. And Cecily Lindner, the senior captain for the Rice Lake Warriors, will take this kick. Oh, Grace knocks down the Rice Lake player and then goes down herself, and no call on either play there. Interesting. Lindner tries to get the ball upfield, tries to be touched by Grace Potter. We got Grace Potter and we got Mackenzie Drace. So Drace and Grace, Coach Knutson gets them mixed up too once in a while. Rice Lake trying to send the ball forward there. It's intercepted by Ani Lewis, who gets it out to Grace Potter. Grace is going to take that ball on the left wing there. Rice Lake fighting hard for the ball there is Addison Bowman, the junior forward for Rice Lake, and Hudson ends up winning that ball. They're going to recover here. Here comes Maddie Haynes on the left flank there, trying to get that into the center toward Woodley, and Rice Lake intercepts, trying to get the ball upfield. Amanda Carey gets bumped into there, and Rice Lake wins the ball and maintains possession. Rice Lake tries to send it forward, but Taylor Brinkman knocks that back to Amanda Carey. Carey sends a long ball up to the top right to Jordan Heltebrand. Heltebrand gets it to the right side, puts it on her right foot there, and gets a shot off. Good shot by Heltebrand. And another goal. Jordan Heltebrand scores the second goal of the game. 2 in a row for Jordan Heltebrand, assisted by Amanda Carey there. And here at 10:19 into the first period, Hudson's up 2-0 on the Rice Lake Warriors. Beautiful work by Heltebrand on that. My gosh, nice pass from Carey. A nice long ball, 30, 40-yard pass from Carey up to the right wing to Heltebrand. Heltebrand blew by the Rice Lake defender there and got a long shot off in the midfield there. And Hudson's up 2-0 just like that. Last game with the Rice Lake Warriors, Hudson in Rice Lake only won the game 3-0, and we're 2/3 of the way there, just 10 minutes into the game here. So Hudson starting fast today. Rice Lake ready to take the kickoff, and they do. Number 14 with the ball there as Addison Bowman sends it back to their midfielders. Midfielders try to get it forward there. Kyla Shuey now in at the left mid for Hudson there. Number 12, the junior, playing tough. Ball goes out of bounds off of Shuey. It's going to be a Rice Lake throw in there. Ani Lewis with the ball for the Raiders now, trying to get it to the left flank to Shuey. Shuey has the ball, carrying it forward there. Got the forwards in front of her. Shuey sends it to the middle there to Marley Johnston. Johnston chips it forward there, ahead of the forwards for Hudson and right to the goalkeeper, Madeline Aragoni of Rice Lake. Aragoni punts the ball. Ani Lewis heads the ball upfield. Rice Lake maintains possession, but they kick that ball out of bounds. That's going to be a throw-in for the Hudson Raiders. Not a lot of foot skills again for the Rice Lake Warriors here. That's kind of been their MO the last couple of years. There's been 1 or 2 players for them that play quite well, but just not as advanced. A little bit of a lack of competition up in the north area there. Hudson regains control of the ball. That's Tyler Huber, number 22, with the ball. And she tries to get that ball upfield to Heltebrand. It goes to the Rice Lake defender, who sends it to their midfield. Katie Woodley comes back to win the ball, goes to Amanda Carey. Amanda Carey goes back to Taylor Brinkman. Brinkman decides to dribble right up the gut again for the Raiders and trying to get it to a midfielder there, but Marley Johnston, number 8, wasn't able to get to the ball there, and Rice Lake had possession, still has possession. 2 Hudson Raiders attacking, trying to win the ball. Whistle's blown, and it's going to be a free kick after the foul by Hudson for the Rice Lake Warriors. Lindner with the free kick for the Rice Lake Warriors, and up and in, up to the right flank there, trying to maintain control is number 14, Addison Bowman for the Warriors, trying to get it into the midfield area there, or into the center of their field. Marley Johnston aggressively wins the ball, sends it upfield to Haynes, and Haynes is going to blow the doors right off this kid. I knew that before she even did it. Goes by another defender. Haynes has got the ball near the top of the box, trying to get around to the last kid. Amanda Carey now has the ball and shoots and fires over the net. Good ball work by Maddie Haynes on that play, getting the ball to Carey in the center midfield, and Carey just goes about 2 feet up and over that 8-foot high post there. The goal is 8 feet high, 24 feet wide, and Carey shot a 10-footer there. Lindner ready to take the goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. Lindner sends it out, but can't be controlled by number 3 there for the Warriors. That's Stella Knutson, no relation to Coach John Knutson of the Hudson Raiders. She's much better looking, and I'm sure a lot smarter. Hudson Raiders with the throw in here. Trying to throw it into the box area there. Rice Lake has it. They just turn and knock the ball out of bounds again. See 2 of the ball girls, Hudson Soccer Association ball girls, running for the ball, fighting to see who gets to give it to the Hudson Raider. And there's Ani Lewis, the young freshman defender on the left side there, is going to take the throw for the Raiders. Throws to the feet of Maddie Haynes. Haynes tries to turn and fire, sends the ball to the goalkeeper, Maddie Aragoni, who will take the punt for Rice Lake. Short punts for Aragoni here. Not a very big kid in stature, and she's not getting a lot of length there. Good win on that ball by Shuey. 50-50 ball, and Shuey won it cleanly. What are they calling here? I am not sure, folks. Referee called a foul here, and it looks like Rice Lake is going to be setting up to take a free kick, and I have no idea what that call was for. Shuey was going 1 against 2, and she won the ball cleanly. It sure looked like to me. As an announcer, I've never been wrong on a call yet, by the way. Must come from my Norwegian heritage. Okay, so Rice Lake going up the right flank with the ball. They take it down the channel, send it into the middle. Brinkman's there and sends it up and out. Rice Lake does regain control temporarily. Kyla Shuey fighting for the ball there. Shuey with the Rice Lake defender pushing a little back and forth. They let that go. Shuey gets a nice ball up on the top. Maddie Haynes. And that's Montana Hoder there. Haynes is coming into the backside of the play there. Montana Hoder, number 18, the senior forward for Hudson, is in the center forward position. Ani Lewis takes the throw, trying to get it to Haynes in the box area there. There's Haynes at the top of the penalty box, sends a shot into goal. And the goalkeeper gets her hands on that, bounces away a little bit. Nobody able to get that ball while it's bouncing around there and knock it into the net. Aragoni punts the ball, bounces toward the arc there and across the half. Taylor Brinkman steps up to send the ball back in. She gets it to Montana Hoder. Hoder trying to send it to Heltebrand. Heltebrand gets the ball back off a bounce off the Rice Lake player, battling at the feet of Cecily Lindner and Jordan Heltebrand. Lindner has the ball, wins it, and instead of connecting with a teammate, just kicks that out of bounds. And there's Lauren Battis, goes by the nickname of Shorty. She's not so short anymore. I think she's taller than 50 or 60% of the team, but still retains the name Shorty Battis. Great throw by Lauren, good length on her throw. Jordan Heltebrand sends the ball in toward Montana Hoder. Hoder in the middle, tries to get it back outside to Heltebrand. Sends it a little too far in front of Heltebrand, and the ball is going to be given to Rice Lake for a goal kick. 16:24 into the game. As you can see by the scoreboard there, the Raiders are up 2-0 on the Rice Lake Warriors. Just a beautiful night here to play soccer, folks. Hudson's had some rain, they've had some sleet, a little bit of snow in some games, and tonight is a beautiful night near the end of the season here. Just a couple games left for the Raiders. Cecily Lindner for Rice Lake sends the ball up and into the midfield area. Tyler Huber, number 22 for the Raiders, collects it, sends it back to Taylor Brinkman. Brinkman puts it on her right foot there and sends the ball up into the midfield area. Goes all the way through the midfield to Haynes up on top as a forward. Haynes with a beautiful chip over toward Heltebrand, and Aragoni gets there before Heltebrand does. So good work by Aragoni, the Rice Lake goalkeeper. Wonderful ball sent across by Maddie Haynes of the Raiders there, number 16, the leading goal scorer for the Raiders. Haynes averages more than a goal a game and is a prolific scorer there. Huber battling for the ball on the outside there. It's touched out by Rice Lake. Hudson will maintain possession of the ball here, and Lauren Shorty Battis has got the throw. Good length again on her throw. The ball's knocked out of bounds by number 4 for Rice Lake there. That's Cody Hovde, and Hudson will take the throw again. Another great throw by Shorty Battis. Goes right to Montana Hoder's feet, up and over some Rice Lake players. Great throw by Shorty. Tyler Huber's fighting for the ball there with the Rice Lake midfielder there, and Huber wins that ball. Hubert's trying to cut it back and does. Nice. Puts it on her right foot. Gets a little bit of space going in 1, 2, 3 on defense. Trying to get the ball there to Marley Johnston. Johnston, open space there. There's Hoder with the ball. Knocks the ball down in the goal box area. Amanda Carey sends a right-footed shot from the midfield, and it just goes a foot or so left of the post there. Clean miss to the outside. That'll be a goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. Carey with a beautiful opportunity to score there from the midfield. Hoder with some good work up on top too, battling for the ball. 18:31 into the game here, and Cecily Linder, the most used player for the Warriors, a number of touches, and she's going to be busy all day long, folks, for the Raiders. This could easily be a 7, 8, 9-0 game today. Hoder battling for the ball again, goes shoulder to shoulder. Haynes ends up with it and sends it to Amanda Carey, number 3, the senior midfielder for the Raiders. Carey sends it back to Shorty Battis. Shorty puts it on her right foot. Good bit of footwork by Shorty Battis. Tries to get it up there to number 11, Mackenzie Drace. Drace battling for the ball with number 17, Yareli Sanchez of the Rice Lake Warriors. Hudson still maintains possession here, going back and forth a little bit. Ball goes out of bounds. Raiders are going to take the throw. Shuey gives the ball to Ani Lewis, the defender, and gets into the game there. Lewis with a good throw toward Haynes. Haynes trying to win that ball. Sends it back to Lewis. Well done by Haynes. Lewis sends the ball into the forward spot there to Montana Hoder. Hoder sends it back to Mackenzie Drace, and number 11, Drace for Hudson has the ball. Puts a shot on goal there. Grabbed by Maddie Aragoni. That was a great shot by Mackenzie Drace there. Kenzie pulled the trigger on that right foot, just like the coach always asks her to do. Drace is one of those kids that she will distribute and assist all day long, and sometimes Knutson wants her to shoot the ball more and be a little more aggressive, a little bit more selfish with the ball. If she can shoot it, shoot it. Ball's up on top now with Katie Woodley. Woodley uses number 4. That's a good use of the young defender for Rice Lake there. Ball goes off her foot, and that's going to be a corner kick for the Hudson Raiders as there's Michael Huber with the big camera on his side there, and I know he's happy to see us, but Michael Huber there does a great job taking photos for the Hudson varsity team. Taylor Brinkman, number 15, is going to take this corner kick and does. Lofts the ball up into the goal box area. It goes beyond the posts there. Not any chance for Hudson's offensive team to attack that ball and score. Just a little bit of a missed kick by Brinkman. My guess is Knutson's going to make him run a play next time. He doesn't like to see lack of productivity on corners, so mark my words, on the next corner kick you're probably going to see a formalized set play. We'll see if that comes true or not. There's Haynes again, relentlessly battling for the ball, gets it from one defender, wins it from a second. Rice Lake kicks it out of bounds. Well, we're going to get to see if Knut Johnson's prognostication of a set play on a corner is going to take place here after the miskicked ball that was just lofted in. So here we go. Taylor Brinkman, number 15, heads over to the corner to set the ball down for the corner kick here. Haynes, yep, this is a set play. Maddie Haynes is coming out to go 2v1 with Brinkman. There's a set play, so that ball is to come back to Brinkman. Brinkman's got to get to that ball but can't get there, and Rice Lake intercepts. Knutson's not going to be happy with the lack of execution on that 2v1 attempt there. Should work every time because the defense has to give the team with the ball 10 yards. Anyway, Tyler Huber with the ball up the right flank again. Sanchez with a step over there. Good move there by Sanchez from Rice Lake. Gets the ball up to the forward position there. And that's number 17. Sanchez sends it up to 11 anyway. 11 is Jade Malenyuk, the midfielder for the Rice Lake Warriors. Rice Lake still with control of the ball. Battling hard is number 12, Kyla Shuey for the Raiders. Shuey wins the ball, sends it up to Haynes on the top left. Haynes wins the ball again. Let's see if she can cross it in, and does. Oh, it goes off the hands of Aragoni. It's going to be another corner for the Hudson Raiders. And my guess is they're going to run a set play again until they get that right. Substitutions for both teams coming in and out of the game right now. We'll get the substitutions called as soon as we see who's coming in. Marley Johnston, number 8, there is coming into the center of the field. Mackenzie Drace, number 11, is there. Brinkman with the ball. Brinkman sends the ball right to Drace. That's a little bit better looking play. Drace can't get a good enough first touch, and Rice Lake intercepts that. But Drace ends up with the ball again. Puts it on her right foot and gets a shot, but it goes to the left of the post and behind the goal. Good job by Drace battling for the ball there. Got a little squirrely on the first touch off the corner push pass from Taylor Brinkman. Got to handle that one cleanly. Wasn't able to, but she fought hard to win the ball back and got a shot on goal there. That was a good job, or a shot near the goal, I should say. Went to the left. But good job by Drace. Rice Lake taking the free kick, loses the ball there. Helterbrand now playing center forward, gets it to Haynes. Haynes is in the middle with the ball. Goalkeeper dives on the ball at the feet of Haynes and Helterbrand. Good job by Madeline Aragoni, the sophomore goalkeeper for Rice Lake, to win that ball. And Haynes and Helterbrand, the two leading scorers for the Hudson Raiders. I think Haynes has 14 goals on the year or so, and Helterbrand, I think, is just one or two behind her with 11 or 12. Amanda Carey there with the ball now for the Raiders, wins the ball, sends a nice good ball up to the top center midfield to Helterbrand. Helterbrand turns, tries to get that ball to Marley Johnston. Johnston gets it over to the left side there. There's Amanda Carey then with the ball on the left side, and Rice Lake again carries the ball out the end line. It's going to be another corner kick for the Hudson Raiders. This is a fourth corner kick, and we'll see how many they get during the game here. My gosh, Rice Lake has a penchant for just knocking the ball out the end line there and awarding corner kicks to the Hudson Raiders. Here's Brinkman taking her fourth or fifth kick of the game here. I think it's a fifth. Brinkman may arc this one in again just to test it, and she does. She sends the ball in. It's touched by Aragoni. It's off of Haynes and into the goal. Maddie Haynes, number 16, the corner. Can't be handled cleanly by Maddie Aragoni, and Maddie Haynes of the Hudson Raiders puts the ball on her chest and runs the ball into the game. Just an excellent job by Maddie Haynes, one of the most opportunistic goal scorers that Hudson's ever had. That Haynes kid finds a way to get the ball in the net, and again maintains her position as the leading scorer for the Hudson Raiders here. Helterbrand's got two, and Haynes has one. Haynes has also got an assist on that first goal. So Haynes with a goal and an assist. Helterbrand with 2 goals for the leading scorers. They're maintaining their positions on the team. Rice Lake getting ready for the kickoff again, now down 3-0. Rice Lake sends the ball to the right flank there. A bit of open space there. Ani Lewis intercepts. Very well done by Ani. Ani sends it up to the midfielder there. Carey wasn't aware the ball was coming, and Rice Lake just kicks it out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for the Raiders at the spot of where it left the field of play. Ani Lewis, number 25, one of the bright young freshmen starting for the Hudson Raiders in the left defensive position. Hudson's a little light on defenders, but that isn't the reason Lewis is there. Lewis won that position by her practice and play and impressing Coach Knutson tremendously. One of the smarter soccer IQs on the team. He just loves the way Ani Lewis thinks and how she plays. She plays hard. You don't notice her much, and that means she's obviously doing an excellent job. Rice Lake with the throw in right from the midfield spot there. Ball's just kicked out of bounds by the Warriors here. Ani Lewis is going to pick it up and take a throw in right by the AR, the assistant referee over on the sideline there. Ball goes to Amanda Carey's feet, and she has it, tries to make a move behind. Tap back works well. Carey has the ball, sends it right up the channel there. Maddie Haynes is going to win this race again. I don't even need to see the outcome to know. She just beats those kids like a rented mule. Haynes with a shot on goal. It goes off the side of the net there. There's just, no one seems to be able to stop Haynes, not even Eau Claire Memorial. Maddie has a penchant with her burst of speed that's just uncanny. She just blows the doors off defenders and does a great job with that. Goal kick is going to be taken by Cecily Lindner for the Rice Lake Warriors. Ball is maintained by Rice Lake temporarily, but then kicked out of bounds. Ani Lewis for the Hudson Raiders is ready to take the throw in, and does. Ball's won by Haynes out there again. Haynes battling through traffic. Ball goes to Mackenzie Drace. Drace gets the ball through one player, touches it a little too far, loses control, goes back to Emma Olson of Hudson, who sends it upfield toward Drace again. Drace with the ball out on the right flank there, takes it into the corner deep. cuts the ball back or tries to, and Rice Lake again gives up yet another corner here. Number of corners has been interesting here, given up by Rice Lake. I think this is already number 7 on the game. Emma Olson, number 14 for the Raiders, is going to take this first kick, and usually the first one, Knutson allows them to loft the ball up and in, and she does. Up to the 6-yard line. Hudson attacks the ball. Marley Johnston's there. Hildebrand with her 3rd goal of the game, the hat trick. Hildebrand has a goal averaging once every 9 minutes there. As you see, 27-35 into the game. Hildebrand, captain Jordan Hildebrand, has her 3rd goal of the game. The assist there was by Emma Olson on the corner kick, and really well done. Hudson Raiders are just putting the wood to the River Falls Rice Lake Warriors today, up 4-0 already. Only 27 minutes into the game, folks. This might be a 900-0 game. No, they got a mercy rule. If you're up by a 10-goal differential, they'll end the game early, so it may not go 90 minutes. But Hudson's up 4-0 already and looking for more. Amanda Carey on the left flank there. Carey has the ball, bringing it in. Carey pulls that ball back. Good pull back to get space. Lofts the ball into the top of the goal box area. They're headed by Haynes, but it actually goes outside the goal area instead of in. Headed by Haynes out the end line. It's going to be a goal kick for the Warriors. Lindner again getting the most touches for the Rice Lake Warriors today as a center back, which is a good omen for the Hudson Raiders. Will take the goal kick. By the end of the game, Lindner's going to be tired. There's Haynes winning another ball, cuts the ball in, again going past 2 defenders, still has the ball, goes past the 3rd defender, gets it to Hildebrand. Not enough power on that shot there. Out on the right mid there, Grace Potter trying to win a ball, goes to Woodley in the middle. Woodley gets it back to Marley Johnston. Johnson sends the ball out to the left wing there. Carey has the ball again, pulls it back again, trying to get the ball on her left foot there. Ball goes out. Let's see, who is that off? They're saying that's going to be another corner kick for the Hudson Raiders. Man, I can't even keep track of how many that is now. And Hudson's Taylor Brinkman, the center back, is going to take this ball. I would guess again, knowing alternating plays, that Knutson's probably got a set play called on this. Oh, I was wrong. She lofts it into the goal box area there and goes behind the post again. That's the second one for Brinkman that when it goes a little bit behind the post. Brinkman does have 1 goal on the year from corner kicks where she hooked it right into the net from the corner arc there. So that's probably what she's trying, and getting a little too fine on that and hitting them a little behind the post instead of in front. So good effort, though, by Brinkman. Cecily Lindner ready to take the free kick, the goal kick again for Rice Lake. You can tell she's getting tired. The ball shortening up significantly on those goal kicks. Katie Woodley, number 21, the center forward for the Raiders, has the ball. Tries to cross it in with the right foot and does. Ball's on the top of the box there. Fighting hard for the ball is Marley Johnston with the left foot. She turns and fires. Just goes to the near post, but outside the post and out of bounds. And that's going to be another goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. Let's see if Lindner is losing a little steam on those kicks consistently, or if that was just a missed kick last time. Again, not a great kick for length for Lindner. A good goal kick will drop somewhere near the half, and hers aren't getting halfway there. Rice Lake with the ball here in the midfield now. That's Addison Bowman again. Bowman gets it back to Sanchez. Sanchez for Rice Lake trying to battle for the ball. And Woodley and Drace win it for Hudson. Goes back to Lindner. Lindner trying to put it on her right foot, get it to a teammate. Teammate tries to get it back to Lindner. Number 5 for Rice Lake. That's Emily Martin steps in to take that ball. Sends it up the field there to the right defensive side for Hudson. And Emma Olson grabs that ball. Takes the throw, trying to get to Potter in the midfield there. Sanchez gets a touch, but Potter won the ball back. Woodley with the ball on her right foot sends a nicely slotted ball toward Jordan Hildebrand, the center forward, and Maddie Haynes there doesn't quite get through, but there's Amanda Carey, gets it back to Haynes on the left side there. Goalkeeper way out of the goal. Oh, and they're calling offsides on that play. Going to give the free kick to the Rice Lake Warriors after someone from Hudson. My guess is either Haynes or Hildebrand on the top or in an offside position there. You can see the AR with his flag right straight out, pointing to the spot of where the offsides occurred, and that's where Rice Lake will take the free kick. Lindner for Rice Lake setting up for the free kick here. Good effort on that free kick. Touched back by the Rice Lake Warriors. Amanda Carey hustling to try to win that ball. They're saying it went off Amanda Carey there, and they're going to give Rice Lake the throw in. Substitutions on the sideline there for Hudson, waiting to come in at the next dead ball off of Rice Lake. Ani Lewis on the left defensive flank there with the ball, tries to play it off the Rice Lake defender. They're saying it went off Ani Lewis and outside. Rice Lake gets the ball. That was a terrible throw-in that should have been flagged and given to Hudson, but the referee did not see that or care. Sanchez with the ball. Hudson Raiders have the ball there. Drace actually grabbed her, was trying to do a little dance there. No, she's not going to get away with that. Or was that was either Drace or it was Marley Johnson. I can't tell who grabbed the player there, but Sanchez is going to be getting ready to take this free kick as soon as somebody gets her the ball. And there it is. She sets the ball into position. Two Raiders, Drace and Marley Johnston, form a wall there in front of the ball. Let's see if Sanchez and Rice Lake do anything. A left-footed shot up and over the post there. Good effort by Sanchez, foot away from making an ESPN highlight film there. Karen Chuckle, haven't mentioned her name much in this game because she hasn't gotten much activity, but Chuckle's going to take the goal kick herself there. From the back, boy, you can see the long shadows of the early spring. You see the ball girls in the background. They're playing on the grass, and Chuckle takes the goal kick there. Now that's a little bit better goal kick at the bottom of the arc toward the center there. Good kick by Chuckle. Marley Johnston, number 8, tries to get the ball up to the midfield and forward spots and does. And there's Amanda Carey, number 3 for the Raiders, one of the faster kids on the team, gets past the goalie. The ball's in front of the box, and it is headed in by number 21, Katie Woodley of the Hudson Raiders. And at the 33-39 mark, Hudson goes up 5-0 on a crossed ball there by Amanda Carey, and a beautiful header by Katie Woodley into the goal. 5-0 with the Hudson Raiders. Here we are at the 33-minute mark of the game, so we've got another 12 minutes before half here, folks. Heck, who knows what the score is going to be at half. Right now it stands at 5-0. 3 goals by Helterbrand, 1 goal by Haynes, and another goal by Katie Woodley to make the 5 in the 5-0 halftime score here. First half, I should say. Ani Lewis sending the ball back to Amanda Carey again. Here goes Hudson again. Carey lofts the ball up to the middle. It's intercepted by Cecily Lindner, who sends a long ball to the right flank there, but it just goes out of bounds. It's a long turnover. Hudson's Ani Lewis, number 25 there, is going to get the ball from one of the ball kids, and she is not. She's being substituted right now, and Lauren Shorty Battis is now going to play left defender for the Raiders here. So the back line, as you see him there, is Lauren Battis on the left, Taylor Brinkman in the center, and number 14, Emma Olson on the right. Throw-in is intercepted by Rice Lake and tried to be kicked forward. Ball goes out of bounds, saying it went off of the defender near the kicker there. It was Hudson being used on that play, and the throw-in is going to be for the Rice Lake Warriors.
Subbing in for Rice Lake, number 3, Stella Knutson.
You can hear the announcer in the background. That's junior varsity goalkeeper Kelia Poulios, who does the announcing for the varsity team, announcing the subs coming into the game here. Rice Lake takes the throw, gets 1 touch, 2 touches. Rice Lake has the ball temporarily. Lauren Battis trying to battle for the ball. Wins it, goes out of bounds off Rice Lake, and Shorty takes the throw in there. Trying to get it up to the midfield to, I believe that's still Amanda Carey there. Ball in the midfield with Rice Lake for the time being. They send a left-footed ball in. Grace Potter is battling for the ball with Rice Lake's number 11. That is Jade Mlenjek. Potter wins the ball. Gets it to the outside, going to try to send it upfield there. Sends it back to Rice Lake, who sends it to the top of the box there. Can't do anything with that. Taylor Brinkman intercepts. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to give that to the Rice Lake Warriors, I believe. Nope, it's going to Hudson. Off of Rice Lake, Emma Olson runs for that ball. And instead, the ball girl sent it out into the middle of the field. She's got it back up there, and she does. Emma takes the throw. Goes to Grace Potter. Rice Lake wins the ball, tries to send it back, and does. And Rice Lake just knocks the ball out of bounds. It's going to be a Hudson throw again for Emma Olson as she scoots upfield and takes it from where the ball went out of bounds. Emma sends it up to Katie Woodley there, who tries to head it forward, but nobody's in front of the forward, and then the ball goes over to Rice Lake. Off Woodley, it's going to be a goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. If a forward flicks the ball forward, who is going to play it? That's the question. Cecily Linder for Rice Lake sets the ball up for the free kick. Takes it from the goal box area there, the goal kick. Headed by Kyla Shuey, who's now playing center midfield position for the Raiders. Shuey trying to get the ball down to the ground to her feet, and does. A little bit of footwork there. Slide tackles down and gets the ball to the right defender, Emma Olson. Good job by Shuey tapping that through. Only way she could do that was to slide on that and get the touch. Hudson's Montana Hoder there with the ball on the left, gets it to her right foot. Ball's brought into the middle. Banged out the end line there by the Rice Lake Warriors for yet another corner kick for the Hudson Raiders. Brinkman getting a good workout just running to the corner flag every time to take the corner. Brinkman sets it up here. Let's see what she does. A couple balls have went over the post. Another ball lofted in here, caught by the goalkeeper. Again, Brinkman's got a little bit too tight of an angle on those kicks, and three of her kicks, two of them went out of bounds and one right to the goalkeeper on the line there. In order to give the charging team an opportunity, she's going to have to lay that out by the goal box line 6 yards out. That ball is off of Rice Lake. The throw-in is going to be for the Hudson Raiders there. Lauren Battis is picking up the ball and getting ready to throw. Maddie Haynes is coming in for substitutions for the Raiders here. Heading off the field is Katie Woodley, number 21 there. Foul committed by Hudson there. It's going to be a free kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. And Lindner will take that kick. That's a well-driven ball by Lindner. However, she sends it right out of bounds there. Substitutions coming in for Hudson. It looks like Mackenzie Drace, number 11, is coming onto the field. Lauren Battis with the ball, ready to take the throw in there. Again, you see the back line for Hudson right now is Battis, Brinkman, and Emma Olson. Lauren Battis throws that ball in, goes off the body of Rice Lake, and Shorty's going to take another throw in here. Substitutions again. It looks like Ani Lewis is coming in for a center back position, giving Brinkman a break. Knutson rarely, if ever, takes Brinkman out of a game, so that's going to show some confidence that there's just not much in the attack of the Rice Lake Warriors by letting Brinkman come out of this game. Potter fighting for the ball in the midfield. Rice Lake wins this ball, gets a few touches in a row here before Emma Olson steps up, takes the kick and sends it up to the top there. Number 9, Potter whiffs on a ball there. Rice Lake gets it. Shorty Battis battling for a ball there with the Rice Lake Warriors, and a little bit of street ball going on here right now. Marley Johnston wins that ball, gets it down to her feet, and it's down the right channel there. Johnson taking the ball down. Let's see what she does here. She's going to have to cut it back hard here. Gets a good ball up to the top of the box there. Haynes and the goalkeeper, a little bit of a push and shove there from each other. A good ball by Marley Johnston, giving Haynes an opportunity there. Ani Lewis steps up, tries to get the ball upfield, but hits one of the Rice Lake Warriors. She does get a left foot off up to the outside there. Carey can't get there before it goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Rice Lake throw-in. Hudson's Drace has the ball there into the goal box, into the penalty box area. She sends the ball to the middle to Helterbrand as they approach the top of the penalty box there. Let's see what Helterbrand does with the ball. She sends it up to the right flank there. And that's number 9, Grace Potter up there. Potter tries to send the ball across but can't get turned enough. Ball goes harmlessly out of bounds, and that's going to end up being a goal kick for the Warriors. Knutson substituting players all over right now. It looks like Grace Potter is in that right forward position. Haynes in the center forward position, 2 positions they don't normally play, but when you're up 5-0, you can afford to experiment and let some kids get into some various positions that they may like. Helterbrand there in the middle tries to send the ball up. Rice Lake intercepts. Dribbling the ball to the right side there, Sanchez. Sanchez is going to send that ball up, but it's intercepted by Lauren Battis there. Goes out of bounds off Battis. It's going to be a throw-in for Rice Lake. Possession's maintained by Rice Lake on the throw. Long ball sent to the top. Nobody there for Rice Lake. Ani Lewis runs that one down easily, sends it to the right side there. Tries to get it up and out of bounds there off of the defender for Rice Lake, but can't quite do it. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Warriors. Throw back to the midfield. Midfield tries to send it up on top again, but just kicks it out the end line there, and that's going to be a goal kick for the Hudson Raiders. And Karin Chuckle, I think, is getting a little bored in the back there and appreciates the ability to take a goal kick once in a while. So here's Chuckle. You see the long shadows again, time of year where late afternoon like this, you're going to get those long shadows. It's a tough end of the field to play as the sun is burning right into your eyes on the east side of the field. Whoever the architect was that put a field east and west in Wisconsin with spring and fall sports in the sun the way it is, should have their license revoked. North and south is how the field should go. That way you get even sun both sides the whole game. Lauren Battis with the throw-in for the Raiders. Tries to get it up into the forward spot there. Hoder on the left forward position. Amanda Carey with the ball now on the left side there. Gets around that last defender. Chips the ball into the goal box area there, and the goalkeeper Aragoni comes out for that. Settles on the ball. Looked like a mother hen laying an egg there, and does. Now punts the ball up to the midfield area there. Lauren Battis battling for that ball. Good job, Lauren. Lauren maintains control, gets it to the outside to Amanda Carey. Amanda Carey trying to control the ball. Kicked out of bounds by Rice Lake, and Hudson will take the throw. Battis up quickly to get the throw, and does, trying to throw it to the forward there. Montana Hoder goes out of bounds on the header by Rice Lake, and Battis takes the throw in again. Trying to get it up to Hoder, same thing, different play. Hoder maintaining possession here. Turns it over there as poke checked out of the way by Rice Lake. Lauren Battis trying to win the ball. Rice Lake has control here on the right flank, getting across midfield. Battis in pursuit, trying to slow down the attack, and does. Rice Lake sends it up to number 8 there, the Callie McCulloch for Rice Lake. Number 19, Mackenzie Apsetter, is getting into the play as well. They turn it over. Hudson has the ball. Hoder trying to get it to the outside there to Amanda Carey. Can't quite get there. Rice Lake with the ball again. This is number 6. This is Madeline Hafley with the ball. Haven't mentioned Madeline Hafley's name a lot, but she's one of the better players for the Rice Lake Warriors. There she is, number 6. Potter with the ball, tries to send the ball upfield, goes off of a Hudson player, Drace there, and it's going to be Rice Lake ball.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Well, they called a foul, so it was a free kick set down and taken by Lindner. And that's the half, ladies and gentlemen. 45 minutes into this game. Hudson on 3 goals by Captain Jordan Helterbrand, the senior. 1 goal by junior captain Maddie Haynes, and 1 header, beautiful headed ball by Katie Woodley, number 21 for the Raiders. Puts the Raiders up 5-0 in the first half of this game. Hudson outshot Rice Lake in the first half, 16-2, and ended up with 5 goals on the 16 shots. 11 of them were on the frame. Going to get ready to start the second half here with Hudson up firmly 5-0 in this game here. And Rice Lake really hasn't had much of any scoring opportunities here. Here we are with the second half of the game, and the Hudson Raiders are in control again. Rice Lake actually trying to win a ball there. Marley Johnston wins it back. That's the one thing about Johnston. You may think you won the ball, but it's only going to be temporary if she's on you, because she will end up with the ball 99 out of 100 times. Good job by Johnston getting the ball back to Drace. Drace again sends the ball back to the right D to Emma Olson. Emma Olson chips the ball up into the forward spot there to Maddie Haynes. Gets it to Helterbrand. Helterbrand trying to get it back to Haynes. Can't quite do it. Rice Lake intercepts, but there's Ani Lewis stepping up beautifully. Gets the ball to Haynes, and she'll blow the doors off this kid. You just watch. Haynes gets the ball. Oh, she got a bad prediction by Knute Johnson here. Haynes lost that one. That is very unusual. Potter trying to win the ball. Carey does in the midfield now. Carey with the ball on the left side. Taps it back again. Starts up on top after getting around the defender. She gets around number 19 there. That's Mackenzie Apsetter. And Rice Lake does win a ball here. They send it to the midfield there. Brinkman steps up and sends a long ball to the left flank there. We'll see if Haynes can run that down before it gets out of bounds, and she does. And here's Haynes bursting around the corner, getting by. Takes a shot with a tough angle there. Goes all the way across the goal face and outside the end line. That's going to be or outside the touch line. That'll be a throw-in for the Rice Lake Warriors. Haynes just didn't have any kind of an angle there after beating the Rice Lake Warriors. A couple defenders took a flat shot on the end line there and just didn't have enough of an angle to give a teammate an opportunity either. Rice Lake with the throw-in here. Intercepted by Hudson as they bring it back on the attack. Ball's won by Hudson again. Trying to get the ball across in the top of the goal box area, and that's a beautiful chip there. Headed by Maddie Haynes, but again, headed out instead of in. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors, and guess who? Cecily Lindner will be taking this goal kick for the Warriors. Lindner takes a marginal goal kick again. It's intercepted by Hudson. That's Woodley up on the top, number 21. Ball is sent out of bounds out the end line there easily by Rice Lake. Again, Rice Lake's just one of those teams that, because of their lack of foot skills and ball control, their best defense is just to clear the ball out. And if that means out the end line and give a team corners like they are Hudson, they're going to go ahead and do it. Hudson's only got one goal off a corner here today. Let's see what happens here. Emma Olson takes the kick. Oh, it's an easy ball there. It's headed in by Grace Potter. Grace Potter, number 9, gets the goal on the assist by Emma Olson on that kick. Emma Olson with a great job there. And Hudson is up 6-0 in this game. Off the header by Grace Potter. Beautiful goal by Grace Potter. So 2 headers off corners here then. So Rice Lake wants to give up corners. Hudson's set plays are doing a nice job, and getting 2 goals on the corners is pretty good. Rice Lake ready to take the kickoff there. Referee blows his whistle, and they do. Roll it forward, send it back. Bad touch by the Warriors there. She's going to be battled for. Rice Lake gets a head on the ball, then a foot. They send it back, still maintaining control. Unusual to see Rice Lake get 4 touches in a row. Emma Olson, who just got the assist on that one, trying to dribble up the right flank, doesn't take the crown of the field into consideration there, and the ball rolls out of bounds out on the touch line on the right. Rice Lake ready to take the throw, and they do. Ball goes out of bounds, turnover, and it's going to be a Hudson Raider throw-in. Emma Olson for the Raiders gets ready to take the throw. Sends it to the midfield there, but it goes to the feet of Rice Lake. Rice Lake sends it upfield. It's intercepted by Emma Olson, who sends it back up top. Jordan Hildebrand has the ball in the top now. Can't maintain control. Ani Lewis gets a touch on the ball there. Grace Potter battling for the ball. Goes off the Rice Lake Warrior. That should be a Hudson Raider throw, but they're going to give that to Rice Lake, I believe, and they do. Rice Lake gets the throw to the feet and back to the thrower. Hudson intercepts. Potter over to Haynes. Haynes trying to get a foot on the ball, sends it to the middle of the field there. Woodley comes onto that ball, checking to the ball properly and trying to send it upfield again. But when you're the right forward sending the ball upfield, there's nobody up there to receive it. So Woodley is going to have to do a better job managing those balls. Here's Haynes on the top of the box, dangerous position. Haynes gets a shot off right to the belly of Madeline Aragoni there. Haynes dangerous in the middle. Boy, they just can't seem to keep her out of harm's way there. And Haynes had a great scoring opportunity. I know Coach Knutson says it all the time, 24 feet of net, 2 feet a kid, go for the other 22 feet. And Haynes went for the 2 feet that time. Grace Potter trying to win that ball, gets turned over to Rice Lake. Ball goes back and forth. Going to be a throw-in for the Raiders. Ani Lewis here, number 25. Ani Lewis with the throw to Potter. Potter lets it go. Rice Lake intercepts, gets a couple touches on the ball here. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Hudson Raiders ball. Lewis sends the throw in up to the left flank there. Haynes trying to body the ball in the middle of 3 Rice Lake Warrior defenders. Oh, she gets tripped there. That's Haynes ate a little chlorophyll out of the grass there. She got upended, and those heels, I think the back of her heels tapped the back of her head there, if I'm not mistaken. So Taylor Brinkman, number 15, junior for the Hudson Raiders, ready to take the free kick. Lofts a nice ball inside the penalty box area there. Marley Johnston, number 8, has the ball, sends it back to the midfield there. Drace sends it up to Woodley, number 21. Woodley trying to maintain possession of the ball. Handball on Woodley there. You can see the ball come off her foot up into her hand, and that's generally going to be called every time. Rice Lake with the free kick here. Decent ball, headed up past the midfield area. Ani Lewis with a good step there. Marley Johnston with a touch over to Drace. Drace back to Johnston. Johnston not quick enough to get there on the give and go. That would have been a beautiful play. Woodley intercepts a pass there. Woodley going toward the box there. Can't quite get it to Helterbrand. Ball goes now to Amanda Carey, number 3. Carey has some room, puts a right-footed shot on goal. There's Haynes with the goal. Maddie Haynes, number 16, with a ball. Nice pass by Amanda Carey, and that is the 7th goal of the game at the 51-45 mark of the game here. And just a beautiful goal by Haynes, who flicked it with her left foot off a pass up through the center. A good slotted ball by Amanda Carey.
Assisted by number 3, Amanda Carey.
7-0 game here, coming dangerously close to the mercy rule of a 10-goal differential. Hudson's going to keep it up. Coach Knutson keeps the pedal to the metal here. That's good. After the kickoff here, goes into the back third of the Hudson Raiders. Karen Chuckle gathers the ball in and punts it away. That's a good ball, punted by Chuckle. Excuse me. Ball's punted past midfield and it knocked Hoder over. So that wasn't the power, but just a little bit of a stumble there by Montana Hoder. Here's Emma Olson, number 14, for the Raiders with the throw in. Emma takes the throw. It's headed by Rice Lake. You see, man, it's getting a little funny here. Rice Lake heads the ball into Drace's nose there. Drace grabs and clutches her nose there, but I think she's all right. Marley Johnston trying to win this ball and does. Gets it over to Amanda Carey, number 3, and Amanda Carey's speed is lethal here. Here comes Carey to the top of the box. Slots the ball to Haynes again. Oh, it's kicked out by Cecily Lindner there. Bouncing ball in the goal box area there. Lindner's just going to clear it out. They send it out the end line, and again, meaning another corner kick for the Hudson Raiders. Brinkman again running her legs off today to the corner flags. Let's see how she handles this play. Love to see the Raiders go 2v1 and do it effectively, but in order to do that, the Hudson Raider has to be right tight with Taylor Brinkman. Sends the ball to the top of the goal box there, and Helterbrand gets a toe on that, but not enough, and Madeline Aragoni gets the stop on that. Ani Lewis gets a touch here, goes to Taylor Brinkman. Brinkman with the ball, dribbling through 4 defenders for the Rice Lake Warriors. A beautifully slotted ball to Haynes there. See if she can get there. Sends a little chipped ball across the goal box there. And there is the goal by the Hudson Raiders. Montana Hoder in the right place at the right time for the 8th goal of the game here at the 53-35 mark. Cross ball there. It was all made possible by Taylor Brinkman, who dribbled that ball all the way up, sent the ball to Haynes. Haynes crosses the ball and Hoder ends up with that goal. That Haynes is going to get that assist, but Brinkman should get an assist on that as well. Rice Lake ready to kick the ball off, and I'm sure they're dejected and at this point just want to make the 2.5 hour drive back to Rice Lake and head home with an 8-0 deficit here. There's not much hope. And Rice Lake really hasn't gotten much off for shots here. Again, first half was 16-2 for shots, and so far in this half, I don't think Rice Lake has got a shot off. They might have given one shot to them, but there's no threat whatsoever to score. Mackenzie Drace with the ball for the Hudson Raiders, trying to dribble forward. She turns it over to the Warriors there, and the Warriors now coming up the left flank past the midfield mark there. Marley Johnston marking that side effectively. The girl uses Marley, knocks the ball out of bounds. It's going to be a Rice Lake throw in here. Johnston applying pressure, but the ball comes back to the defenders there. Sent back up forward to the forwards, intercepted there by Amanda Carey. She distributes over to Marley Johnston. Johnston with the ball here, getting by two Rice Lake Warriors. Marley running up the channel now for the Raiders. Gets that ball out to the outside there, trying to get it to Montana Hoder, and Montana kicks it out of bounds, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Warriors. Throw-in goes right to the Raiders' Drace, and Drace gets it back there to Marley Johnston. Johnston trying to turn the ball and can't. She goes backwards to Emma Olsen there. Olsen with the left foot chips it in there towards Jordan Helterbrand. Rice Lake steps up, wins that ball, sends it over to Hudson's defensive left flank. Good use by Annika Lewis. That illustrates how to use an opponent, and they get near the outside, just kick the ball into their shins and let them knock it out of bounds, and you get the possession of the ball. Lewis with the throw up toward Haynes. Haynes can't control. Grace Potter and Amanda Carey are there. Ani Lewis on the left side there kicks it into the Rice Lake player again, uses her beautifully, and Ani Lewis takes the throw in there to Grace Potter. Ball goes back out of bounds off the foot of Rice Lake, and Ani Lewis will take another throw in and does. This time to the feet of Haynes. Haynes trying to get to Helterbrand but can't. Rice Lake sends it upfield. A little bit of a dangerous play here. Rice Lake on a bit of a breakaway, but Emma Olsen coming into the picture wins that ball and does what she's supposed to. Takes it out to the outside there. Even though the ball goes out of bounds, it's going to be a Rice Lake throw. Hudson's coach Knutson will take that every time, where Olsen slowed down the defensive attack until she got help, and no threat of a goal from Rice Lake there. Hudson winning the ball again and then giving it up. Drace gives the ball up to Rice Lake, but battling for the ball, wins it. Dribbles upfield, gets it to Amanda Carey. Amanda Carey into some open space here. Carey sending the ball up to the right flank to Hoder. Hoder didn't know it was coming, turned around completely on that. Still has the wherewithal to win the ball. A nice little chip in over to the top of the penalty box there. Coming in on the ball is Amanda Carey. Amanda Carey can't settle that to get a shot off. Ball goes out of bounds. And we'll see who gets that one. They're saying it was off of Rice Lake. It's going to be a Hudson throw. Probably some substitutions as we wait. Lewis takes the throw in there. Number 1 for the Hudson Raiders is now Karen Chuckle, who's into the game here. The normal goalkeeper for the varsity team, loves to play on the field, and once in a while coerces Coach Knutson to allow her to play in the field like this. So I believe McKenna Olsen, the JV goalkeeper, will now be the netminder for the Hudson Raiders for the rest of this game. Taylor Brinkman with her 927th corner kick of the game. Beautifully lofted ball this time. Oh, it's over to the backside. Ani Lewis has an opportunity. Carey has an opportunity. Oh, my gosh. That ball, Marley Johnson, you can see the dejected look as her shoulders hump, and she wags her hand in disgust there that she missed an empty netter there, I think, but went off the goalkeeper finally for Rice Lake and giving Hudson another corner kick here. So Brinkman taking her 3,743rd corner kick of the game. Another lofted ball to the top there, giving her team a chance. Chuckle trying to get a header on it and then trying to get a body on it. Ball still on the top of the box. Hudson can't get a clean shot. Ball still in play. Drace trying to get a touch on the ball. No one can settle here. Marley Johnston gets a shot. Goes off a Rice Lake Warrior, out of bounds for yet another Hudson Raider corner kick. Looks like Emma Olson is going to take this kick. Nothing more Coach Knutson would like than to see Chuckle, the goalkeeper, get a goal there too. Drace gets opportunity to get a foot on the ball. Can't quite get a clean look. Ball goes back to Ani Lewis, the center back now until Brinkman can recover. And there's Amanda Carey on the left side there. Back taps to get a little bit of space. Reverses directions again. And there's Carey. That's her patented move. She does that quite often, and yet defenders don't pick up on that. Haynes gets in the way of a ball there, and Rice Lake can't clear the ball cleanly as a Rice Lake kid goes down like a bag of hammers there, and nothing hit her. She just tripped. It was a turf monster that got her, I believe. Rice Lake trying to get a touch on the ball there. Taylor Brinkman sends it back upfield. Rice Lake gets a touch. Brinkman wins the ball back, taps it forward again, this time to Haynes. Haynes trying to flick it over to Carey. Carey gets the ball on that left flank. She's got some room. Carey's going to cut it back in, and Rice Lake is just going to kick it out the end line again. You should see the look of shock on my face that Rice Lake gave up a corner kick there. As they send the ball out, I think that literally is number 12 or 13 on the game for Rice Lake. Hudson, I think Hudson's stats on the year are well over 100 corner kicks, and they've only given up about 18. Brinkman with a lofted ball here. That one's tight against the line, kicked out of bounds again. It's going to be another repeat corner kick there for Taylor Brinkman. I'm guessing they're going to run a play after 3 lofted balls in a row. That's about all Coach Knutson can handle if they didn't have productivity. Nope, another lofted ball goes into the box area there. Rice Lake does get a foot trying to get it out. Marley Johnston trying to win that ball back and does. Turns it back goal side. Goes off the Rice Lake Warrior out of bounds for a throw-in for the Raiders here. But the Knutson gets upset that there's not enough productivity on lofted balls off corner kicks. And the set plays, when they're executed properly, show a lot more promise and have more potential. So I know Coach Knutson's constantly harping for the team to run set plays on the corners. Ball goes into the goalkeeper, Aragoni here, and punted away. Karen Chuckle with the speed on the left side there. Chuckle gets the ball on the left flank, tries to cut it back, goes off the feet of the Rice Lake Warriors. Going to be a throw-in for the Hudson Raiders. There's athletic director Stephanie DeVos there in the blue jacket. It's not that cold, Steph. Amanda Carey with the throw-in into the box area there. Chuckle's in the area, but it's maintained possession by Rice Lake. They cross the field there. Mackenzie Drace gets a touch, knocks it to Rice Lake. Hudson gets the ball back. It's Emma Olson. Emma Olson dribbles through a couple defenders and slots the ball there to the right side to Montana Hoder. Hoder on the right side there takes the ball deep into the corner. Ball goes out of bounds off of Hoder. It's going to be a throw-in for the Rice Lake Warriors. 8-0 here in the game so far, folks. We've got about 20-25 minutes left in this game, and we'll see what the Raiders can do in that last quarter of the game. Marley Johnston with control of the ball, trying to get through 2 Warriors. Can't do it. Rice Lake wins the ball, a little bit of speed there. They're trying to go up their left flank there. Number 14, Emma Olson, trying to dispossess. Ball goes out of bounds off the Warrior there. Emma takes the throw-in. Ref stops the ball because substitutions are being called. Into the game here are a couple new players. Tyler Huber's coming in, it looks like, for Marley Johnston, and then Mackenzie Drace is coming out as well. Kyla Shuey with the ball now. Shuey playing right center midfield, and Tyler Huber playing right mid for the Raiders, with Karen Chuckle playing the left center mid position for the Raiders. Hudson with the throw. It's Emma Olson up and over to the feet of Hoder. Ball can't be controlled. Hoder kicks it out of bounds, and it's going to be the Rice Lake Warriors ball. Throw in is received by number 13, Mickey Booth. First time mentioning her name, not as active a player for Rice Lake as some. Karen Chuckle ready to win that ball again with her sheer speed and determination does. Going to cut that ball back to her right and chip a ball in toward the center of the box, toward Jordan Hilterbrand there. See if Hilterbrand can score her 4th goal on the game. Now, player goes down there. They call the foul on the Hudson Raiders. I would say you can't call a foul for clumsy, and that really wasn't much of a call there. The girl just tripped, and unfortunately the foul was called on the Raiders, but that's the way the refs do it sometimes. Rice Lake ready for the free kick here, and they take the ball. They chip it up into the air there. Bodied by Karen Chuckle down, trying to get the ball to the left side there, and they do to Amanda Carey. Amanda Carey trying to win this ball. Carey steps in front and does win the ball. That's a good effort by Carey there. Chips it up to Haynes. Haynes on the top of the box. Haynes wide open here, folks. Haynes trying to cut it across. Oh, the touch just goes a little too long. Can't maintain the ball close to the feet in that last couple of yards there. Lauren Battis chips the ball up and in. The ball finally drops down to Haynes, and it goes into the hands of Aragoni there, the goalkeeper for the Rice Lake Warriors. Haynes had a beautiful scoring opportunity there. Couldn't quite maintain the ball close enough to her feet to get a shot off. Lauren Battis wins the ball again here. Back tap and a little twist on that. Good job by Lauren. And the ball goes to Taylor Brinkman and up to Karen Chuckle. Karen Chuckle trying to get the ball over to Kylie Shuey. Shuey sends the ball up on top. She sends it a little too much power there, not giving the forwards for Hudson an opportunity. The ball goes to Aragoni, the goalkeeper, who punts it away. Headed by the Warriors up to their forward line. Lauren Battis touches the ball down. Rice Lake sends it. They send it upfield, but there's no one there but Taylor Brinkman of the Raiders. Brinkman deftly gets around the Rice Lake Warrior. Another. Sends it up to Amanda Carey. Carey gets it around the defender there, trying to send it to midfield there, but it's well ahead of Shuey and well behind Chuckle. So the Rice Lake Warriors send that ball to the back again. Center back Taylor Brinkman gets a touch on it. Sends it right to Addison Bowe, I believe her name again, Addison, for the Warriors, and she sends it to goalkeeper McKenna Olson for the Raiders. Olson in goal, the young freshman taking the place of Karen Chuckle, the flag bearer for the Hudson Raiders. Ball goes up to the top, and Rice Lake again under mild pressure just knocks the ball out of bounds. Typical MO for the Rice Lake Warriors this year is just knock that ball out of bounds when you're under pressure, and they do that often. Lauren Battis with the throw in to Rice Lake's feet. They kick it out of bounds. Battis will take it again. She goes to Haynes. It's bodied by the Rice Lake Warrior. And Battis will take the 3rd throw in a row. Throwing goes to Amanda Carey. Carey trying to back tap to gain space. Does it twice. That's her typical move, is 2 times in a row there. She sends that ball up to Hoder. Hoder with her back to the goal sends the ball up to Tyler Huber. Huber has a little bit of a tough time maintaining possession of the ball. Gains it. Trying to turn on the Rice Lake player. Rice Lake ends up losing the ball there. It's on the right flank for the Raiders. Ball goes into the box toward Hilterbrand, but not a goal-scoring threat. Haynes had a bit of an opportunity to score there on the header, but just sends it sideways instead of angled in. Ball goes out of bounds off of Rice Lake. It's going to be the Hudson Raiders ball and a throw-in. Throwing goes to Shuey. Shuey with the ball at her feet sends the ball out to the middle there to Chuckle. Chuckle trying to gain possession and does. Gets the ball over to Carey on the side. Carey trying to get a stop, but it goes out of bounds. Rice Lake will take the throw. Substitutions coming in and off the field.
Subbing in for Rice Lake, number 11, Jade Milnick. And number 17,
Hudson
Riley
up 8-0
Sanchez.
here. Rice Lake with the throw. Rice Lake gets it up the right channel there, defended by Brinkman, number 15. Oh, Brinkman gets knocked down. Nothing's called there. Rice Lake still has the ball. Brinkman now wins it. Boy, that was calm, cool, and collected. Brinkman under a little distress there, gets knocked down and still gets up and wins the ball. Sends a beautifully chipped ball. That gives your team a chance. Jordan Helterbrand trying to win that ball and does. Here the ball comes in and Haynes knocks the ball in for the 9th goal of the game, ladies and gentlemen. 9-0 at the 68-43 mark of the game. We have about 22 minutes to go in the game, and the Raiders are up 9-0. It would surprise me if they didn't mercy rule them with the 10th goal here in the next 22 minutes. Helterbrand got that assist, so Helterbrand has an assist and 3 goals on the game. Carey has 3 assists on the game. Haynes has 2 goals on the game plus 1 assist. It's just an offensive juggernaut here tonight, folks, for the Hudson Raiders, and mainly the three of the bigger hitters on the team with Haynes, Helterbrand, and Amanda Carey. Carey, the senior there, number 3 on the outside, I think personally is one of Hudson's best players this year. Certainly most talented, most tenacious, and toughest. Between her and Haynes, those 2 really exemplify the theme this year of relentless. So great job, great seasons for both Haynes and Carey too. Rice Lake with the throw in from the outside there. They throw over the head of Carey. Sanchez has the ball for Rice Lake right now. She sends the ball across the middle there. Intercepted by Kyla Shuey in the center mid position, and Shuey sends it out to the right flank there. And there Hudson has a break on the right flank. Let's see if we can get a shot off here. That was Marley Johnston for the Raiders on the right flank. Just couldn't quite get past that last Warrior defender. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Hudson, though. Ball goes into Shuey. Shuey trying to go through a player. Shuey ends up with the ball again. Back taps. Chuckle battling hard for a ball there. Ball comes through the middle. Grace Potter is there, but she can't get a foot on it. Shuey trying to win that ball in the air. Goes to Emma Olson. Emma Olson gets the ball to her feet and trying to get the ball up to the right side and does. Ball does go out of bounds there, though. It's going to be Rice Lake's ball. A little unusual for the Hudson Raiders. Now you see Annie Lewis, number 25, playing a left forward position. She is the starting left defender, so well out of her element there. But again, at 9-0, Coach Knutson saying, hey, listen, we can play you kids anywhere to get you a little experience in the event you may need to play there some other time for us. So understand Knutson's philosophies on this one and don't disagree at all. Give the kids, let the kids have some fun. Those defenders like to play forward once in a while, too, for the opportunity to get a goal. Would it be great if Annie Lewis, the left back, gets a 10th goal of the game and the one that ends the game early. There's Chuckle with the ball. The goalkeeper crosses it across the goal there. Oh, Annie Lewis had an opportunity to body the ball near the goal. Can't quite get there. Ball's going to go off Lewis here, and that's going to be a goal kick for the Rice Lake Warriors. Kids like Annie that don't get to play up on top often sometimes just have to work a little more on keeping that ball in up on top. Rice Lake with the goal kick. It's headed forward by Annie Lewis, headed again by Marley Johnston there. Grace Potter, center forward in this instance. Gets a foot on the ball, but the ball goes out of bounds off Rice Lake. It's going to be Hudson's throw. Annie Lewis bodies the ball, but the ball goes right out of bounds off Annie, and it's going to be Rice Lake's throw. Amanda Carey wins it temporarily. Rice Lake gets it back, tries to send the ball upfield. Shorty Battis has the ball there temporarily, goes to Taylor Brinkman. Brinkman with a really simple but effective move to just put the defender to her back and soul roll the ball behind her. And that's one of the better moves of the game that no one will recognize, but it was beautiful by Brinkman. Throw in by the Warriors, touched by Carey. Ball's going back and forth here. Shorty Battis gets a touch, and then Rice Lake pokes and kicks the ball out of bounds. Battis with the ball up and into Ani Lewis. Sanchez for the Warriors has it temporarily. Drace is battling her for the ball. Sanchez still with the ball. Sends it back. Ball goes forward to Kyla Shuey. Kyla gets the ball. Tries to bring it back and does. Sends the ball out to the right flank there. Karen Chuckle gets a touch on that ball. Let's see if that can stay in. Chuckle trying to cross the ball. Uses a kid there. Ball does not go out of bounds, though, and Rice Lake maintains possession. Hudson regains it. Ball goes back and forth with possession between both teams here. Mackenzie Drace with the ball in the midfield for the Raiders. Cuts around Sanchez, trying to dribble through the center. Goes further to the right. Tries to chip a ball in here and does, but right to the goalkeeper, Aragoni. And she will punt this ball away. Aragoni punts the ball. Nobody there for Rice Lake. Ball goes out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for the Raiders. A little bit of a lull in the action here, folks. Game getting a little static here with not much exciting happening. Raiders still dominating the pace of play, but getting a little casual too, and that some of that may be Knutson's fault, playing kids out of position and things, and you get them out of their comfort zone and out of their normal spots, things get a little squirrely. Emma Olson for the Raiders tries to send the ball up. Rice Lake sends it back. They'll have none of that. Kyla Shuey battling for the ball here. Lauren Battis, number 17 for the Raiders, does win the ball. Drace wins the ball here, gets into a little open space, can't get through Cecily Linder, the last defender. 25, Ani Lewis there trying to get through with the ball too, but can't. Rice Lake mistouched there. Shorty Battis sends it up to Amanda Carey. Carey back taps, trying to dribble with the ball, gets the ball on her left foot, sends it up the flank to Ani Lewis. Ani Lewis, 25, has the ball. Ani Lewis shoots the ball. Unfortunately for the Hudson Raiders, no one in the area there to knock the ball in the goal.
Subbing in for Rice Lake, number 6, Madeline Hefele, and number 19, Mackenzie Aspsetter.
Rice Lake ready to take the goal kick, and does. Ani Lewis sends it over to Grace Potter. Grace Potter sends it to Marley Johnston, who tries to put a left foot on the ball and does, but it's a weak left foot. Ball just rolled on the ground harmlessly to the right side of the Raider net. And another goal kick for the Warriors. You can see Linder's no longer taking the kicks here. I think they're giving her leg a rest. She's probably worn out from all those corners and free kicks out the end line there that took place in the first half. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to be Hudson Raiders ball.
Subbing in for the Raiders, number 18, Montana Holder.
Throw in for the Raiders, touched by the Warriors, kicked out of bounds by the Warriors. Going to be another throw in for the Raiders. Throw in by the Raiders. Touched out of bounds by the Warriors. It'll be another throw in for the Hudson Raiders. I can just put this record on and keep playing it. Emma Olson with another throw. Sanchez with the ball. Trying to get it up Rice Lake's left flank. And does. Emma Olson there for the Raiders. Clears the ball up the right side. Touched by Rice Lake. Trying to win the ball there is Mackenzie Drace. And they're going to call a foul on Hudson. And here is Addison Bowman going to take this free kick. I'm sorry, that is Cecily Lindner, number 16. Lindner taking the free kick. They're pushing her up, trying to get any semblance of offense here. McKenna Olson with that stop for the Raiders. Rare shot on goal for the Rice Lake Warriors. Olson kicks the ball out, headed back by Rice Lake. Body touched by Hudson. Lauren Battis coming across from her left defender position to defend the attackers coming in on goal there for the Raiders. Good job by Battis. Ball's in the air, top of the box. A little bit of a dangerous area there. Rice Lake sends the ball. McKenna Olson just knocks that ball down and then gathers it in. A little bit dangerous. Olson a little unconventional on her goalie tosses and throws. That's something she's going to need to work on in the next couple of years if she's going to be a varsity goalkeeper there. Another throw-in by the Rice Lake Warriors. It was a marginal throw-in from a technical standpoint. Rice Lake maintaining possession of the ball here. They try to send it up. Amanda Carey, the left center mid for the Raiders, has it. Sends it to Annika Lewis, who sends a flat ball over to Kyla Shuey. Kyla trying to keep the ball close, gets a pass off up toward Montana Hoder. Hoder and the Rice Lake kid going elbow to elbow on that, and finally Hoder throws her off. Says something to the referee, but they're going to give the foul to Hudson and award the free kick to Rice Lake here. Not much length in the Rice Lake kicking game. Amanda Carey sends the ball to Drace. Drace sends it back to Emma Olson. Emma Olson sends the ball up to the left forward position where Hudson Raiders should be. That's where Ani Lewis has been playing for the Raiders. Again, out of position as a normal left defensive back. Ani's now playing left forward here. Montana Hoder runs in on a ball there. Has a bit of an opportunity, but the ball gets away from her. Sent out of bounds. The Raiders are going to see this back.
Subbing in for the Raiders, number 13.
Lauren Battis with the throw in here for the Raiders.
Number 16, Maddie Haynes. And number 22, Tyler
Substitutions
Huber.
going on and off the field. Tyler Huber, number 22 for the Raiders. Back taps there, trying to put the ball on her right foot. And the Raiders send that ball over the back of the net, harmlessly out of play. It's going to be a goal kick for Rice Lake. Short goal kick again for the Warriors. Lauren Battis with the ball, left flank of the defense for the Raiders. Overlaps with the midfielder there, Amanda Carey. Amanda Carey gets a touch on the ball, can't maintain possession. Ball sent up and over Taylor Brinkman, but Brinkman is there. No threat when Brinkman, Olson, Battis, Ani Lewis, and others are back there. Raiders are rock solid on defense. Here come the Raiders with some speed up the right flank there. The ball comes across, and it goes right to the goalkeeper there. Really not much of a threat in the end. Haynes wins this ball, chips it up to the right side there, headed by Rice Lake. Not directional, ball goes out of bounds, going to be awarded to the Hudson Raiders. Hudson takes the throw, Rice Lake kicks it out of bounds again. Emma Olson runs onto this ball, tries to get a shot off, puts it to the right side of the post. 9-0 in this game right now for the Hudson Raiders over the Rice Lake Warriors. Tonight was senior night for the Raiders, and at halftime, 3 seniors were acknowledged. Those would be number 3, Amanda Carey, who's been playing club and decided to come and play first year for the Hudson Warriors this year. And I was awfully glad to have her here, and as well as Coach Knutson and others to have them with us. A lot of lulls in the action here to end this game today, folks. Rice Lake with the ball on their left side there, gets the throw in. Taylor Brinkman steps up and takes it for the Raiders here, dribbles up the center of the field. A little bit of action here. Taylor into the forefield. Here's Brinkman going all the way. Ball on the top of the box. Gets a shot off there. Goes right to the goalkeeper. Ran out of a little bit of steam there at the end there. Brinkman normally can power a ball as well as anybody on the team here, but just couldn't find anybody there. Rice Lake with the ball. Emma Olson touches that. Rice Lake again tries to send it forward. They're just kind of a dump and run team. They really don't have a plan of attack there. Ball was battled for there, out of bounds on Lauren Battis. It's going to be Rice Lake's throw in here on the touch line on the right. And that shot sequence there kind of exemplifies Rice Lake's year. Not a very good team this year, not a lot of ball control. 84-23 into the game, so we've got about 5 minutes left in the game here, folks. And a lot of substitutions for the Hudson Raiders here. A lot of their main players out of the game now. Lauren Battis trying to win that ball in the back. Rice Lake has a ball. They send it across the goal box area. Brinkman has it. Haynes digs back to win that ball. Sanchez with the ball here. Haynes again digs back to win a ball. Haynes, I think, is playing in a midfield position right now. Hudson getting the ball upfield here. Rice Lake under pressure once again, and they just bang the ball out the sideline there. Should be throw in for the, I'm not quite sure why Chuckle touched that ball there. Oh, we're getting a call here. The referee is stopping the game because the sprinkler system is going on the Hudson Middle School field. I've never seen that, folks, but the sprinkler system is on here at the Hudson Middle School Stadium field, and the referee doesn't quite know what to do either. Rick Schultz, the timekeeper for the Hudson Raiders, probably knows where the irrigation system is. You can see the U11 kids in the background are just playing in the water, and goalkeeper Madeline Aragoni for Rice Lake doesn't know what to do. She's going to get the heck out of the spraying water system. Both teams head over toward their sidelines for a little drink of water as the water is pouring out of the Hudson Middle School field right now. Five minutes to go in the game, and I think that's an omen to end it. There, the water goes off finally from the sprinkler system. So we'll resume play in just a second here. A little bit of a wet field in a couple spots because of those sprinklers. The whole field wasn't engulfed, but mainly down by the River Falls goal area there. Get game restarted here in just a second.
Perfect.
Referee making sure everything is set. We're going to restart play here. Throw-in was given to the Rice Lake Warriors there. To be honest, I'm not sure how the game ended before, whether that's right or wrong. Rice Lake takes the throw again. It doesn't matter. In a 9-0 game, of course, you can overlook some calls that you can't figure out. Hudson takes the throw here, tries to get it up the line. They're going to re-throw on that as substitutions come on the field. That's number 11, Mackenzie Drace, and Ani Lewis's day as a left forward is done. Coach Knudsen congratulates her there on the sidelines for her efforts up there. I'm sure she enjoyed playing up there, even though she didn't score. She got some good minutes in a position other than defense, which she's always at. Chuckle sends the ball up to the right forward Montana Hoder there. Hoder gets a touch with the head. Tyler Huber, 22, gets a touch on the ball. Taylor Brinkman bodies the ball to the ground there. Got 2 players on her. She sends it back to Lauren Battis. Battis sends a left-footed shot up into the air toward Mackenzie Drace. Drace wins the ball, gets it on the ground. Drace sends that ball back. Lauren Battis runs on, trying to send it up on top. Nobody's there. Rice Lake intercepts, and they drive the ball back upfield. Ball goes back and forth here with very little control right now. Lauren Battis picks it up for the Hudson Raiders, ready to take the throw, and does. Headed by Rice Lake. Taylor Brinkman's going to win this ball. Good physical piece of work by Taylor Brinkman, but then she turns it over to Sanchez. Brinkman tries to tap the ball away. Rice Lake still has control. Brinkman regains it, sends a cross ball over to Montana Hoder. Jordan Hilterbrand in the middle with Hoder on the right, and Drace in the middle battling for a ball there. Brinkman wins it back again, gets it back to Drace. Drace cuts around one defender. It gets past the second defender. Drace trying to figure out a way to get a shot here. Drace finally gets a shot, but it was off to the right side there, not much of a goal threat. Just a few minutes left in this game, folks. 9-0 lead for the Hudson Raiders over the Rice Lake Warriors. Another corner kick for the Hudson Raiders here. Emma Olson, number 14, is setting up to take this corner. She chips the ball to the top of the box area there. It's bodied by the Rice Lake Warriors. Hudson gets a touch out on it. Ball gets sent back into the box. Hoder can't do anything with it. Hilterbrand trying to win it and can't. They send it out to Emma Olson on that right side of the defense there. Off of Rice Lake. Emma's going to take that throw, and does. Karen Chuckle trying to get her second goal of the year on the field. She's got a goal against Menominee already this year on field play. Hilterbrand sends the ball in. It's just an easy bouncing ball to Madeline Aragoni, the goalkeeper for Rice Lake, and she's going to punt that ball away, and does. Off to the right side there, but again, microcosm of Rice Lake's play there. No control on the ball, and she just kicks it out of the bounds for a turnover. Lauren Battis takes a throw in here. Good throw in by Shorty to Mackenzie Drace. Drace trying to get the ball up the middle of the field with a slotted ball, and she does, but Ty Huber can't control that, and Rice Lake sends that up into their midfield area. Hilterbrand with the ball here, winning the ball in some space. Number 11, Mackenzie Drace takes a shot there. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Hudson Raider ball. Amanda Carey was going to take this throw, but Lauren Battis is stepping up to take it. Drace can't control. Sends it back to Battis. Battis tries to send it into the box. Oh, Tyler Huber had an opportunity there. Tyler Huber had another opportunity there and can't quite get the shot on the net there. Huber had 2 or 3 opportunities there with empty net to lift it up and over the goalkeeper and another body, and just couldn't quite do that. Hudson Raiders with another corner kick there. They go 2v1, and the ball gets lofted in by the second player. On the backside, Maddie Haynes is there, can't get a foot on it. And that's the game, folks. The game ends with a score of the Hudson Raiders 9, the Rice Lake Warriors 0. That brings the Raider conference schedule to 7-1-1 on the year. Overall record is 9-2-2 for the Hudson Raiders. On the game, the Raiders outshot the Rice Lake Warriors 32-5. 32-5 and ended up with a 9-0 win. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Knute Johnson for the River Channel signing off, and we'll see you next week.